There is a bit of a political turmoil in another country, and this country is Brazil. And the manner in which things are happening in Brazil post a regime change would remind you of what happened in the United States of America when there was this shift from Donald Trump to Joe Biden. Of course, the intensity of what is happening in Brazil is very, very alarming, far more than what it was in the United States. There are open riots that are taking place. Hundreds of supporters of Brazil's far-right ex-president Bolsonaro, they broke through police barricades and stormed into the Congress, the presidential palace and the Supreme Court. This is being dubbed by the new president as a fascist attack, similar to what we saw in the United States Capitol Hill in 2021. To just understand what exactly is happening and what this means, I have with me Ambassador KC Singh. Ambassador Singh, thank you very much for patiently waiting as we were playing out what Pravasi Bhartiyas have to say about their homecoming. But how would you respond, and what do you think are going to be the bigger challenges of what is happening in Brazil? Is this just an event localized to Brazil, or should the world be taking note of what is happening there?
This is what some thinkers are calling democratic recession. So democracies are regressing. There are some fundamental principles which are accepted in every democracy. And two of those are that elections are sacrosanct. And secondly, that a loser and a winner they accept when they have won or they have lost. Now, it started with Trump. Trump started rattling all these guardrails of a democracy in America. And it's not a surprise that Bolsonaro's rise is after the rise of Trump. And it's also ironical that Bolsonaro today is in Florida, which is where Trump resides. So almost it's like evil is emanating from Florida. So what is happening here? Because he had been talking even before the election exactly like Trump. They're going to be cheating. This election will be stolen. I will not accept the results. Now, if you start with those principles, then a democracy cannot exist. Brazil had military rule till 38 years ago. They've had a robust democracy. It's the largest democracy in Latin America. It's a part of a BRICS. It's part of the, one major country from each continent, which came together to create BRICS. Now, if the country goes under the rule of a person, and then he's been anti-environment, exactly like Trump, or even worse. He allowed Amazonian forests to be exploited. So he's been a contrarian and on the right. But what you notice is the polarization. Highly polarized society in which people come out on the streets and they're talking of maybe some other went to Florida to get the inspiration. Maybe they didn't. They always wanted to do it, like January the 6th. So if you're going to not accept the basic principles of a democracy, so the largest democracy in Latin America, the most powerful democracy in the world, when you see this happening there, it's not a great advertisement for democracy, liberal democracy globally. Lula's, of course, done his best. The Supreme Court stepped in and they have now imposed emergency in Brasilia, the capital. Brasilia is an artificial capital in the middle. Brazil is a very large country. What is not normally understood, their major cities are on the coast, Rio de Janeiro and so on and so forth. But the capital was created to be in the center of the country artificially. Like Chandigarh, where I'm sitting today, was created by Corbusier. His counterpart in Brazil created this new capital, which has been overrun, where again the Congress, their Congress, had rioters overrun it, almost like in America. So these are dangerous signals, and this is not good for democracies globally, and therefore it is of concern.